Earthtamer Ronin here, and first note of point of interest I would like to say is that I would not expect this video to be of excellent quality because this is indeed my first YouTube video. So bear with me on this one. I've tried numerous things to try to get the sound quality to work. If this doesn't work, I don't know what will. So basically, you may be wondering what even is all of this. So first things first, this is a modded zoo server I've been playing with some of my friends on for a while. So we've been working on building the zoo, but this is not really going to be a fully fledged series I'm going to do. So in the future, basically the idea is we will be making a completely new zoo, but this is kind of like just a sample of what we will be doing in the future, just kind of get the ideas flowing. So basically I'm going to be taking you on a tour of this, talking a little bit about my channel and other stuff, basically just walking around the zoo and seeing what we can do with it and talking about what I might do differently here and whatever. So yeah, I don't know what I was going to do with this dragon. He's from the Dragon Mounts mod. So let's see, let's just start with this North American sort of section. Right here we have the ducks. I kind of like the sort of circular shape of the thing I made here, and I like the building theme that I did, with the same sort of style of stone and spruce throughout this whole section. I like kind of that uniform feeling. So as you may notice, I actually have quite a few animal mods installed, but I do not have that many plants. So that's because I'm not a botanist, so don't expect any of plant mods, but in the future we will be doing things like oceancraft and dragon mounts, and this is Mo Creatures as well, fossils and archaeology, Jurassic Craft, all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to be making a huge zoological park as well as sort of a prehistoric park. Everyone say if you know what reference I just made, if you recognize that TV show. So there's the ducks with their little pond. Here's the bear. Ignore all the informational signs. Half of it is wrong and from Wikipedia. So here's Blue the bear. I will go inside of his enclosure. But it's kind of yeah, this bear has a very interesting backstory in the server. So I'll have to talk to you guys about that later. But it involves a pig. So yeah, and I will show you he is named, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he is. We do have the what's it called, craftable horse armor mod, and I apologize in advance if the volume is loud. I'll edit that later, or I will try to edit that. So here are the raccoons. I sort of like what I did here, if I can get in without them getting out. I sort of like the idea of the whole deadfall look with the underneath the trees. Maybe spread it around so it's not as evenly underneath the trees, though. And I do like this little burrow thing here with the podzol, so they can just go in and snuggle down there. Now, in the future, I might have some sort of visitor pathway that goes underneath this enclosure and with a little sort of hidden, maybe brown staged clay window, so you can kind of look in without disturbing the raccoons. So yeah. In terms of what to expect from this channel, basically, it's gonna be well, I draw a lot of inspiration from my favorite YouTubers like Poet Plays and Sari, Pixel Biologist. So you can expect a lot of things relating these sort of digital animals to real life animals and talk about conservation and all that. But I'm going to be doing all this sort of with my own style, and I have lots of different ideas in mind. So, speaking of different ideas, this was going to be the grizzly bear exhibit. Now, basically, I stopped building this after the server kind of went out of favor for a while. But the idea is that, well, this would kind of have fish in it, but I'd be concerned the bear would eat the fish. So in the future, I would have sort of like a deeper waterfall going down, sort of maybe a hill of some kind like this. And it would go down, and there would be fish in the water, but it would be below, like, blue stained clay. So that the bear, like, wouldn't be able to get to the fish, but it'd still look like the fish are there. And then maybe a pathway that goes underneath that, so you can see the fish. And there would be, like, salmon and stuff, like, things native to the same region. So, over here, we have the deer. So the deer in this version of Mo Creatures are kind of broken. But one thing I do want to mention real quick is that the new server, well, not really new server, it's probably going to be the same server, but new map, will be on version Minecraft 1.8.9, hopefully. So, basically, I have a whole list of mods. They're all ready to go, except we're just waiting on one mod, guys. Oops. One mod. And that mod is Fossils and Archaeology. So if you could go over to the devs and just kind of nicely ask them to, like, update it. I don't really care if they added in any more features. I just kind of want it to be available for that version of Minecraft. And I apologize for being a noob at using F5 mode. I am not used to it. So the deer, like, as I was saying, the deer in this version of Mo Creatures are kind of broken. And they fixed this in the 1.8 version, but as you can see, they kind of don't move. In previous versions, they would run away from you. That's why the fence is decently high, although I'm not sure if this will hold them if they could actually move. So I have all the different deer looks, like, sort of, what you would call that, skins, I think. Okay, stop glitching into the ground. This is embarrassing. Move out, William. There we go. There. So they're trying to run, but they can't. Instead, for some reason, that AI has been swapped with the zebra. So there's always that. Also, over here is the turkey. I apologize for the loudness in the background. That is my very obnoxious family. So basically, here are the turkeys. In the version 1.8 Mo Creatures, they actually have a female skin variant too, which is kind of cool. There's the bear, which we already covered. Oh, here are the wolves. I kind of think this fence was cool with the wolves. So, yeah, these are just the normal wolves. I did not include the, what's it called? In Mo Creatures mod, it's called the W Wolf. It's like wolf with an extra W out front of it. Ignore that sign. I've heard that this is all wrong. Just kill it with fire. So I would in the future I might, like, smush the two together, or I might call them, like, separate sort of species, like subspecies of wolf. I plan not really to use the same mob twice for different enclosures. To call them different species or whatever, because I feel like, because I'm literally going to be trying to take every single creature from every single mod, and just sort of, smush it all into one park. Oh, another thing I should mention is this whole thing was built completely in survival mode. No materials were cheated in. However, occasionally things like time set 0 were used. So yeah, that just has to happen because, especially for the sakes of this video, because while you're just in the park building or whatever, like, that just kind of has to be a thing, because Mo Creatures makes it really hard to, like, live at night. So in the future, I plan not to do stuff like change game rules or really use any kind of thing, including time set 0, like, as a cheat, in quotation marks, because, yeah, I feel like it's a little less quote-unquote legit. So, yeah, there's always that to look forward to. So, over here's the petting zoo, and don't worry about that stuff, we'll get to that later. So this is the petting zoo. Here's all the different horses. These are vanilla horses mixed in with Mo Creatures horses and donkeys and mules and stuff. I do not know why there are people knocking on my door. This is not a good time. So, over here are the rabbits. How did this sheep get out of the pen? Oh well. So, here are the bunnies from Mo Creatures. So, as you may or may not know, this is version 1.7.10 Minecraft. So it is just, there's no, like, what's the word? Vanilla Rabbit. And starting in 1.8, they added in the Vanilla Rabbit. So, well, it's not a thing in this version, so we just have these little bunnies that you can put on your head, like so. Oop, poop. So cute! Okay, okay, I'm gonna try to get this back in the pen. Yes! Everyone, like, round of applause, please. Here are the pigs. Yeah, that is self-explanatory. In each one of the petting zoos sort of things, I have a way to, like, interact with them. So, there used to be a carrot on a stick here. Someone on the server stole it and then did not replace it. This is the sheep pen. So, let me put this back in. There we go. So, there's that, and you got shears and stuff in there. Yeah, here are the mo creatures, goats. Ow, loud. I'm wearing a headset, like, halfway in my ear, so this is actually extremely loud. I'm going to move away from that, because my ears are bleeding. Ah! Dying! Okay, so there are the goats. You can feed them stuff in there. I'm not gonna bother. It's too loud. Now I can hear. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, so here are the cows, and here are the chickens. The chickens, I sort of did a walk-in chicken coop. Don't ask why there are chickens everywhere, and do not ask why there is a dolphin here. Charlie bit my finger. So here it was, so you can get seeds and stuff, but like, I can't walk in there because I'll just get stacks upon stacks of eggs. Now you know why there are chickens everywhere. Yeah, I definitely will be finding a way to fix that in the new server. Maybe like more hoppers or something. So, that was gonna be the Arctic area. My plan is to continue this zoo a little bit until until all the mods are ready, and then we can make that new mod pack. Well, in quote, I say mod pack, but it's not really going to be a mod pack. It's just going to be a bunch of mods smushed together. The key difference there is it's not going to be published. However, I do plan on leaving instructions as well as a mod list to help you guys kind of get the same sort of setup if you want to join in. Because I do plan on helping you guys come up with ideas like fence ideas. Like, I kind of took this from Jurassic Park a little bit with my Komodo Dragon exhibit. Like, for the reptile house, just goes around the edge. I also go to a lot of real-life zoos to get ideas. I really do love animals, and that's what you're going to see in this channel. You're going to see all kinds of animal and dinosaur and prehistoric creature-related content. So, in terms of you guys actually helping build this, I plan to occasionally be like, alright guys, here's the requirements for, say, a cow. So, like, the fence must be at least 1.5 blocks high. Go nuts, make this cool, or whatever, and then, so you guys then can go and get the mod pack or whatever, and then use all the building stuff, and make a nice looking fence sort of thing that I can then go in and see what kinds of things fit the theme, and then sort of smush them together to make sort of a community built zoo. So, that's always good. I accidentally pressed the mouse wheel, that's why I was holding the axe. Definitely am not going to murder those cows. Moving on. Here's the reptile house. This is the thing I'm most proud of. I really hope it's not that loud in here. So, here's our Galapagos tortoise named Jeff. Well, one thing you'll see a lot is me trying to use the vanilla plants and, like, properties of plants in a creative way to kind of make a nice in-depth exhibit. Like, for instance, in the panda exhibit, I'll use sugarcane and try to make a sugarcane patch that sort of looks like a bamboo grove. Things like that. And I'll use flowers in different ways. So here you see it's sort of tropical flowers with our emerald tree boa here. But then you, like, get over here and it's more like palm tree looking things with the sand, the beach, because it's a coral snake. I believe those are from Florida. And, wait, what is that? No, wait, that's Komodo dragon. I thought one of my snakes had somehow escaped. So here's like a North American sort of snake. I forget what this one's called. Like, Mo Creatures just calls it dark green snake, but I actually am relating them to real-life species and building their habitats based around that. Because it's hard to just build snake exhibit if you don't know, actually, what, like, their requirements are. I do not know why Jeff has flipped over. That is his problem, not mine. I must have accidentally right-clicked, but I have no clue. So here's our reticulated python, again, with the tropical sort of stuff. Here's what I was talking about in terms of a bamboo grove. We got our king cobra with a bamboo sort of grove like they have in, I think it's the San Diego Zoo, I want to say. I've been there. It's probably like the most beautiful zoo I've ever seen in my life. It was amazing. You guys should totally go if you have the chance. So here is a corn snake with a little I plan to make the enclosures a little bit bigger than this, like in general, a little bit larger, but still accessible to the guests, so they can actually see the animal every once in a while. So little enrichment items like hidey huts and grass for them to hide in always sounds cool to me. So corn snake and king snake. I have no clue if those would get along in real life. I just had to guess. I tried researching it, I couldn't find anything. So here is the last snake thing in the reptile house. This is I think a diamondback rattlesnake I themed this after. And I put the cactuses in flower pots so it would actually like fit and not hurt the snake, but it still adds that aesthetic thing. And with carpenter's blocks, which will be added in the future, I might like change the color of that pot to the same color as the sand, so it like blends in, things like that. So I will be doing lots of that kind of stuff. I have lots of cool ideas in mind in terms of exhibits and guest pathways and guest facilities. So far, this is pretty much the extent of the zoo. I have lots of animals in stasis in quotation marks. Because, like, you got some things like animals from the snowy areas and Mo creatures are unique to that area, and sometimes they're really hard to find and tame. Which actually brings me to another sort of idea I had earlier, which was the whole idea that, for instance, so if you're, like, in a forest or whatever, you're going to be trying to do things like, for instance, breeding wolves and then releasing them back into the wild, like you would in real life in zoos, like breeding endangered species and working on conservation, releasing them back to the wild. And I plan to do a lot of that with big cats and lots of population management and trying to sort species into their respective biomes and kind of not only build the zoo, but also kind of like the whole world around, like, the jungle all the way over there. Like, for instance, I might want to increase the population of, like, tigers in that jungle because they're so rare, and, like, move out the lions from it because they're not supposed to be there, and move them over to the mesa that's, like, over in that direction. Things like that. And then there are too many ostriches in the mesa, so I need to increase the population of lions so it, like, evens out the ostriches. Sort of like in tidal ecology, if you've ever played that. So, this is the Keeper House. It's basically just, it's modeled after the Wildlife Park 2 Keeper Hut. It has the same little, hay storage sort of thing, and food storage. That's just my to-do list. And that pathway goes up to Dragon Stable. I used to have one dragon of every single type from Dragon Mounts, except the Ender Dragon. But, like, they broke as soon as I added Tropicraft, meaning they would not let me, like, ride them. So I had to put them inside of a chest inside of a safari net. Now I'm going to sit here and right-click this bed until it turns dark enough that I can actually sleep. You should be able to sleep at any time of day in Minecraft. Like, come on. People take naps all the time. Not necessarily me, but people take naps. So, yeah, there's always that. This Keeper Hut kind of goes all over. I'll kind of give you guys a glimpse of what's in here. So I have lots of different fish, sort of stuff from, what's it called? Mo Creatures Mod, and lots of other stuff from Mo Creatures, stored up as well. Wait, bear? Oh, pandas. So, yeah, I could just kind of scroll over this. We got woolly mammoths, and, yeah, and some extra safari nets just in case. So yeah, those are just waiting for a future exhibit, pretty much. So as I said, I will continue to build this until all the mods are ready, and then the whole mod pack could be made, and then all be set up. But after that, I plan to be doing basically completely restart and working on building this whole new world of zoological park sort of thing while helping the environment, both in the sense of spreading awareness of certain animals and also in like the Minecraft world of actually physically moving them and showing what kind of stuff goes into conservation efforts in real life. So enough of that. First things first, just to make sure that oh, dragon eggs, dragon mounts, desert temples, don't question it. So first things first, I would like to show you, if lag will let me open a chest. Yes! Okay, so this is all the DNA. So just in case any like big time Dinosaur World YouTubers are watching, like Poet Plays or Fade or something, it's like yeah, just bathe in the glory for a minute. And then I think I also have some other stuff there. I'm trying to show off my fossil stuff because there's none of that in the park yet. I actually had set aside an area for the prehistoric park, although I'm not sure if it will be big enough. So there's a bunch of stuff from fossils. I do not have Jurassic Craft on this, I do not believe yet. But it will be on the new server, sort of thing. I call it the new server, but I don't think it's actually going to be a new server. I came up with some interesting ideas, like I put the gravel on top of the cultivator, like through Poet, but then I kind of just took what little knowledge I have of redstone, sort of combined it to try to make semi-automatic stuff. So you like put in the necessary ingredients here, and then it'll come out and get in the chest for you, or if it's a Phallosaurus, it theoretically kills it, but the more important thing is it gets rid of the water. I don't really mind killing the Phallosaurus that much. And the water source right here for making new cultivators, right there. So, here's the cow that, like, supplies all the milk for all the cultivation process, and here's the sifter. I always check that, because I'm not sure if I leave anything in there ever. Wait, did I just, like, is there a horse in the wall, or is that, like, the petting zoo horses? Because I see Dirk Hall, I can see them through the wall. Why did I just hear an ogre? I'm going to be very careful as I move down. So this is an enchantment room with nether portal, anvils, and stuff. Okay, no ogre. I thought there was an ogre in my basement. This can be the zookeeper sort of outfit room, with like different outfits for different jobs. For instance, like going out and collecting marine wildlife to put in an aquarium and like help breed and conserve them, or rescuing a blue whale or whatever. You would have like a respiration helmet or a snorkel mask, and you could have like different pieces of armor for protection, and like what's it called, reinforced fishnet, sort of like gear sorted by function throughout the room that people can kind of grab and take with them on their journeys. And I do actually plan on having specific people like do specific things in terms of like wildlife reasons. So I'm the main builder in this world. Most people, well, I think everyone on the server is pretty much not that good at building. I'm not saying I'm amazing at it, I'm just saying that the people on the server usually do not like building that much. So, there's always that. So, for instance, Roboraptor, who is one of my close friends in real life, will actually be getting his own little outpost, since he likes to go off and do his own thing a lot. So I figured why not why try to interfere with that. So, basically, he's going to get his own outpost, and he gets to go and explore and discover the different birds from Exotic Birds mod, and go out in the ocean, because he's a marine biologist. I'm more of a paleontologist and a zoologist, where he, like, really likes reptiles and amphibians specifically, and marine biology. So, together we kind of make a good sort of team in terms of all wildlife. So he will go out and go and look for fish species and track ocean ecosystems, whereas I will be mostly looking out for like the more land-based stuff. Although I will do marine prehistoric life. So, like, aquatic reptiles, for instance, like Leopleurodon Charlie, reference again. But enough talking for one day. I feel like this has been a long video, and I really don't want to bore you. And I do plan on playing lots of other games besides Minecraft. I really want to do, like, for instance, Insatia, let's see, what else? Maybe a little bit of Ark, but it's not that accurate for my taste. Maybe some more of Isle or whatever. Let's see, what other kinds of stuff? Niche, Shelter 2, so, yeah, and maybe even a throwback to stuff like Stomping Land, just to kind of show what direction the game was headed, maybe talk about indie games and all that, and the risk of early access and all that stuff. Even though I personally do like early access stuff, I think it has a lot of potential, like Subnautica. So, no more talking, that's it. So, for now, I will see you guys later. Bye!